Are you trying to figure out at what stage do you insert a zipper when you are making a pair of pants or a pair of shorts? I'm going to tell you the best time to insert a zipper at the center front and also at the side seam, and that will make your life much easier when you are making a pair of pants or a pair of shorts. I used to struggle with inserting the zipper at the center front because I would do it at the last stage before I simply attach the waistband to the garment. Since I used to wait until the last stage before I attach the waistband, then it's a lot of fabric I would have to deal with when I'm trying to create that curve at the center front, and that is a stitching that would go outside on the fabric to keep the facing in place because you would have that placket there. And because of that, it would be bulky working with the curve as I make that top stitching on the outside. Therefore, I'm going to tell you the best stage in which you should insert the center front zipper and also the side seam zipper when you are making a pair of pants and a pair of shorts. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button below. Go ahead and click that link below where you can also book a one-on-one call with me so we can discuss about pattern making, sewing, finance, or math education. Click that link below. So let's get right into it. If you are making a pair of pants or a pair of shorts and you decide to place that zipper at the center front, then you will need the regular coil zipper, and that will have a closed end. But if you decide to place a zipper at the side seam, you are going to be required to use an invisible zipper, or you can still use the simple regular coil zipper. Now, I prefer to use the invisible zipper because it gives a better clean finish to the garment at the side seam, because then you won't be able to tell that it is a zipper that is there because it is an invisible zipper, and so it's not going to show on the outside that you have a stitching there. But if you use a regular zipper, then you're going to have a stitching whether on both sides or on one side, and that is going to be shown. So I always opt to use an invisible zipper if I'm making a garment where the zipper is going to be at the side. As an added bonus, I must tell you that on a female garment, the zipper is always on the left side of the garment. For that center front closure, you're going to need a flap, and some people call it a storm flap or a placket. And you will also need a facing. Now that facing is going to be on the back of the fabric. That facing will hold one side of the regular zipper. Now, in order for that facing to lay flat, you will be required to have that extra seam that is going to be shown on the front of the garment coming down the center front, and then it's going to curve right towards the end of the zipper. Now that part, it has to be curved properly so that it's not crooked. Because of that facing requires the top stitching, you want to make sure that you have limited amount of excess fabric to work with at the sewing machine, because you need to be able to make that curve properly without any bulging fabric that is going to hinder you from creating that curve properly. For accuracy and a smooth curve, you want to make sure that you don't have that extra bulkiness to deal with when you are inserting the zipper at whatever stage it is. Now let's get into the stage that you should be inserting the zipper so that you don't have to deal with that. Let's get into the best step to insert the zipper. We know that when you cut out a pair of pants or a pair of shorts, you will have two pieces of fabric for the front and two pieces of fabric for the back. Now let's start with the front. And I always start with the front because it is just easier for me to get the zipper in and get it over and done with. So I would say after you have placed the center front together and you're going to create that seam starting where the zipper is going to end, and it's going to go along the crotch line to the inseam, you have to sew that, and I will sew it twice to reinforce that area, because when you are dealing with a zipper, you don't want to know that, okay, you did not reinforce the stitches right there, and sometimes during wear and tear the stitch may give way, and then that will create a problem. So make sure that you are actually double stitching that seam from the end of the zipper along the crotch area to the end, which would be your inseam. So once you've done that and you overcast it or you use a bias binding, the next step now is to insert the zipper. But in order to insert the zipper, I always say that you have to make sure that you prepare the placket, the extension piece, and the facing piece. So you're going to need two pieces. So you know that the zipper is going to be inserted on one side, which is going to have the placket extension, and then also is going to be attached to the facing part that is going to face that part at the center front. Now, when you have done this and you are ready to create that extra top stitching on the outside, and this is going to be the top stitching that is going to hold down the facing, and it is going to come down on a straight line, and then it's going to curve along towards the end of the zipper. And you want to make sure that that curve is straight. So you can actually use a template for that and then use a chalk line and mark on the outside, or if you think you are professional enough, then you can just eyeball it and then curve it properly. But I will tell you, as a beginner, use a template, cut one out, place it along there, use a chalk line, but do remember, don't use a chalk line that you cannot erase. So please be careful there. So if you are using a chalk, don't use the wax chalk. Use the one that is going to be the dusty one, where you can simply brush it away after, or use a brush to remove that line after you have stitched around the curve. So after you've stitched the curve now, then you can look at it and you can see, voila, you've done a beautiful job once you have that straight line coming down and you have curved it properly. And yes, that is over and done with. I used to struggle with this part because I would leave it to the last stage that I would do before I attach the waistband to that garment. And I've come up with the idea and said, hey, if I wait till the last minute, that's too much fabric I'm dealing with, the back of the pants or the back of the shorts, and then having to keep on holding it back down as I'm creating that curve to come around. And it all depends on, yes, the size of the garment, whether it's a regular size or an oversized, you have more room to play with. But it doesn't matter. I just wanted to not having to struggle when I'm creating that top stitching on the outside to get that straight line coming down and that curve, and not having to deal with all that bulkiness at the back when the back is attached to the front. So make sure that the next step that you're doing after you have sewn the front of that crotch area from the end of the seam, that you are going to next insert your zipper. Now, after you've finished inserting your zipper, you can go ahead and work on the pockets. So after you've done the front of the pants and the pockets are all done, then you can move to forming the back of the pants. And the back of the pants, you will start with the center back seam, which is going to lead into the crotch area. And after that, then you can deal with the darts, and that's if you have a dart. So make sure to make your life easier, you are going to simply insert your zipper first at the center front before you attach the side seams, and also before you have done the back of the pants. So let's get into the next thing, the side seam zipper closure. Now for the side seam zipper closure, if you are using a regular zipper, you can opt to use an extension piece, but you won't need to have a facing. Once you have that extension piece, it is optional, then you will also have that top stitching on one side, or you can have the top stitching on both sides when you are inserting that zipper. As I stated before, I prefer to use an invisible zipper when I'm using a side seam closure for my pants or my shorts. The good thing about the side seam invisible zipper closure is the fact that you won't need to have a placket and you won't need to have a facing, and there's no top stitching that is required on the outside, so you don't have to worry about any curve nor bulkiness there when you're inserting that zipper. When you are installing an invisible zipper for the side seam closure, you don't need to install that at the very first part of making the pants. You can wait till you are ready to actually attach the waistband onto that garment. And the reason I say this is because it is so easy to install an invisible zipper that you don't need to deal with any curve and this bulkiness there. It is just 1, 2, 3 steps. You install it on one side and you install it on the other side. And you can go back and watch this video of mine that could help you to know about the difference between zippers. You also have the option where if you don't want to wait until the last thing that you're going to install before you attach the waistband, you can simply insert it first at the side before you close the other side seam. So if you need more room to play with, you can install it just before you close the other side seam, so you have that entire fabric there where you can just work with and don't have to deal with any fabric that's attached that may create any bulkiness there. So once again, the best time to insert your invisible zipper is just before you attach your waistband, or if you feel that you want extra room to play with and you have less bulkiness that is going on with the fabric, you can insert that zipper before you close up the right side seam of the garment, and then you would have more room for it to lay out when you are actually installing your zipper. So in conclusion, the best stage at which you are going to insert a center front zipper on a pair of pants or a pair of shorts at the center front is simply going to be right after you have sewn the crotch area at the front and before you attach the back of the pants to the front of the pants along the side seam. For a side seam zipper closure, the best time to insert that zipper, whether it's going to be an invisible zipper or a regular zipper, is just before you close the other seam on the right hand side, and I'm talking about the side seam. So just before you close up the side seam on the right hand side, you are going to insert that zipper along the left hand side, because in most cases that's the side that you are going to put a zipper. You never usually put a zipper on the right hand side unless you are being creative and you want to have 2 zippers, then you will install 2 zippers here. But otherwise, if it's not about creativity, then you usually have your zipper on the left side. So now that you know the proper stage at which you should insert a zipper, whether it's for the center front or the center back, I hope that you will go ahead and try it on the next time that you are making a pair of pants or a pair of shorts. It is going to make your life much easier, and you will be happy that you have done this at the proper stage, and your zipper will be installed with ease and you will love it. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button, and don't keep this video to yourself. Share it with others of the world so they too can learn what is the best stage of making a pants that they should insert a center front zipper or a side seam zipper. Thank you for watching, and see you soon on the next video to come. Bye now.